Have you ever found yourself stumbling over words in a conversation or struggling to forge a connection with others? You're not alone. Most of us encounter this challenge at some point, be it at a social gathering, a work meeting, or just a casual chat with a friend. The pressure to communicate well can sometimes spark self-doubt. But what if I told you there's an ancient philosophy that can guide you to approach every conversation with confidence, clarity, and calm? Picture this. It's a lively Friday night party. You're holding a drink, scanning the room. Groups of people are laughing, chatting, connecting, but you're frozen, overthinking your next step. What if I say something foolish? What if they find me dull? You straighten up, take a deep breath, and think about approaching someone, but hesitation takes over. These moments aren't uncommon. They're part of being human. Social interactions, which seem so straightforward, often bring a wave of self-doubt, fear of judgment, and that nagging question, am I good enough? In a world built on connection, whether at work, in friendships, or fleeting encounters, how we communicate shapes our relationships and opportunities. Yet, truly connecting with others can feel like walking a tightrope. There's a fine line between saying too little and oversharing, between listening and speaking, between confidence and fear. This is where Stoicism, an ancient philosophy, steps in. Thinkers like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus taught us how to master ourselves amid life's challenges. While they weren't giving TED Talks or navigating networking events, their wisdom is remarkably relevant to modern conversations. The Stoics believed that clarity, purpose, and composure were not just traits but skills we can develop. In this video, we'll explore 5 Stoic techniques to transform how you talk to anyone, from strangers to close friends. These aren't tricks or gimmicks. They're tools for authentic connection. Ready to take that first step? Before we dive in, please hit subscribe and tap the notification bell so you don't miss more videos like this. Let's get started. 1. Speak less, say more. We often think confidence means talking more, filling silences, elaborating every detail, keeping the conversation going. But true confidence lies in intention. Speaking with brevity and clarity makes you not only more impactful, but also more memorable. Marcus Aurelius put it perfectly. Let your words be few but carefully chosen. The urge to over-explain often stems from fear of being misunderstood, ignored, or judged. But rambling buries the heart of what you want to say. Confidence is trusting that your message, in its simplest form, will resonate. Imagine you're pitching an idea in a meeting. You start with, "So I've been thinking about this concept for a while, and I believe it could work because it saves time, improves workflow, and adds value for customers. I'll explain how we can implement it later." By the end, half the room is distracted and your point is lost. Now picture this. This project can save 25% of our time and boost customer satisfaction. Here's how we can do it. Direct, impactful. You've grabbed their attention and opened the door for meaningful discussion. This reflects the Stoic value of intentionality. Marcus Aurelius reminds us to avoid unnecessary actions. Words, like actions, should have purpose. When you cut the noise and focus on the core message, you respect your listener's time and show confidence in your own. Next time you speak, pause and ask, what's the one thing I want them to remember? Practice distilling your thoughts into one powerful sentence. Over time, this sharpens not just your communication, but your self-assurance. Saying more with fewer words reflects inner confidence rooted in Stoic wisdom. 2. Let go of the need to win. For many, conversations feel like a subtle battle. The urge to prove a point, correct someone, or come out on top can sneak in unnoticed. But conversations aren't battles. They're bridges for connection, learning, and sharing ideas. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher, taught a timeless truth. It's not what happens to you, but how you react that matters. This applies to conversations too. You can't control others' opinions or reactions, but you can control your approach. When you release the need to win, tension fades, and confidence emerges. Think about it. How often do debates spiral because both sides are fixated on being right? Whether it's a heated argument with a friend or a workplace discussion, the instinct to defend your stance can block genuine connection. Winning might feel good momentarily, but it often costs trust and understanding. For example, say you're debating weekend plans with a friend. They want to hike. You'd prefer a quiet day indoors. As the conversation drags on, you interrupt, insisting, "You're not even considering how tired I've been." Soon, frustration builds and you're both upset. Now imagine a Stoic approach. You pause, listen fully to their perspective and say, "I see how excited you are about hiking, and I get why it matters to you." Then calmly you share, "I've been feeling drained and would prefer something low-key this time." This shift transforms the interaction. By prioritizing understanding over control, you create space for a solution, like splitting the day between a short hike and downtime. This embodies the Stoic principle of the dichotomy of control. You can't dictate others' responses, but you can manage your own words and actions. Epictetus reminds us that true strength lies not in dominating a conversation, but in approaching it with clarity and patience. Next time you feel the urge to win, take a deep breath and ask, "Am I trying to connect or control?" Confidence isn't about being right, it's about staying calm, open, and composed. When you value understanding over victory, you navigate conversations with grace, leaving everyone feeling heard. 3. Stop focusing on yourself. It's easy to get stuck in your own head during a conversation, replaying your words, questioning your tone, or worrying if you're being judged. But the more you focus on yourself, the harder it is to connect. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not external events." This Stoic wisdom reminds us that confidence isn't about controlling others' perceptions. It's about managing your thoughts and shifting your focus outward. When you stop obsessing over yourself and engage with the person in front of you, you create space for real connection. Recall a time you felt awkward in a conversation. Maybe you were meeting someone new, and instead of listening, you were caught in a loop of self-criticism. Did that sound dumb? Am I boring them? This inward focus fuels anxiety and makes you miss chances to connect. We all want to be liked and respected, but Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control: our effort to listen, our curiosity, our presence. Imagine a job interview where you're nervous, hyper-aware of how you're coming across. As the interviewer asks questions, you overthink every response. Did I phrase that right? Do they think I'm qualified? The more you worry, the less focused you are, stumbling through answers. Now try a Stoic approach. You remind yourself, "I can't control their opinion, but I can control my presence." You listen to their questions with genuine interest, respond thoughtfully, and ask insightful questions about the role. The conversation flows naturally. You're not performing, you're connecting. This shift calms your nerves and makes you more memorable. Confidence isn't about perfection, it's about being present and showing curiosity. By halting the spiral of self-consciousness, you embrace a Stoic truth, the power of attention. Marcus Aurelius reminds us to control our minds. When you focus on the conversation instead of your insecurities, you step into your power, exuding confidence effortlessly. Next time you're overthinking, pause, breathe, and ask, "What is this person saying? How can I engage with their message?" Conversations aren't performances. They're opportunities to listen, connect, and understand. 4. Take your time to respond. In today's fast-paced world, silence can feel uncomfortable. We rush to fill conversational gaps, even if it means speaking without thinking. But true confidence lies in pausing, gathering your thoughts, and responding with intention. The Stoics, known for their composure, understood this. Seneca taught the value of calm deliberation, writing, "Quality, not speed, matters." This applies to communication too. Speaking isn't a race, it's a chance to reflect and connect meaningfully. We've all felt the pressure to respond instantly, whether in a meeting, a debate, or a casual chat. Silence can feel like a sign of weakness. So, we blurt out incomplete or unclear thoughts. Imagine you're in a meeting and your boss asks your opinion on a key issue. Under pressure, you rush to answer, stumbling over words, leaving others confused and yourself embarrassed. Now, picture taking a deep breath, embracing a brief silence to think. You respond clearly, offering a thoughtful answer that adds value. That pause, however short, ensures your words are impactful. This Stoic habit, reflecting before speaking, transforms conversations. Rushing leads to muddled thoughts, but pausing lets you respond with clarity. Seneca's wisdom reminds us that true insight comes from deliberate action, not haste. Next time you feel pressured to speak, embrace the silence. Use it to compose your thoughts. When you speak, let your words carry weight. In those pauses, your confidence grows and your presence resonates. 5. Align your tone and body language. Words are only part of communication. Your tone and body language can be just as powerful, if not more so. The Stoics taught us to live in harmony with nature, adapting to our environment. In conversation, this means aligning your tone and gestures with the context. Many of us mismatch our delivery, cracking jokes in serious moments or speaking too casually in formal settings. The result? A disconnect. Even if your words are perfect, misaligned tone or body language can dilute your message. Picture a job interview. In your excitement or nerves, you speak too casually with overly relaxed gestures. Despite your qualifications, you seem unprepared. Now, imagine adjusting your tone to be measured. Your posture engaged yet professional. Your words carry more weight, and you convey focus and confidence. This isn't about changing who you are, it's about tuning into the moment. Confidence isn't just what you say, it's how you say it and how you carry yourself. When your words, tone, and body language align, your message becomes powerful, your presence undeniable. Like a Stoic, adapt to the situation while staying true to yourself. In any conversation, observe the environment and adjust your tone and gestures. This holistic approach ensures you communicate with clarity and authority. As we reflect on these 5 Stoic techniques, one principle stands out: intention. Each method, grounded in Stoic philosophy, urges us to act with mindfulness and purpose. From speaking concisely, as Marcus Aurelius advised, to releasing the need to win. Favoring harmony over dominance, Stoicism offers timeless tools for confident communication. By shifting focus from ourselves to others, listening with empathy, and pausing to ensure our words carry weight, we cultivate habits that require patience. They don't develop overnight, and perfection isn't the goal, progress is. Every conversation, big or small, is a chance to practice these Stoic principles. Confidence is a journey, not a finish line. The Stoic path isn't about flawless moments, but steady growth, focusing on what we can control: our words, mindset, and actions. Each time you apply these techniques, whether in casual chats or high-stakes discussions, you move closer to mastering confident communication. So, as you go through your day, treat every interaction as an opportunity to embody these Stoic lessons. Keep practicing, and you'll notice yourself becoming more composed and confident. If you found this video valuable and want more Stoic insights to transform your life, hit subscribe and tap the notification bell. More content is on the way to help you navigate life with clarity and confidence. Drop a comment below. Tell us which technique you're most excited to try.